Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Netchuk Arts. Today's topic, vinyl collecting and tracking down the old vinyl that I lost back in the 80s when somebody stole my primo major vinyl collection. But I've slowly been trying to get it all back. This is another great find I picked up at the used record store for a big 50 cents. Code Blue. Listen, if you can get this album for 50 cents, grab it. Grab it for $1. Grab it for $2 as far as I'm concerned. Code Blue, maybe you've never heard of them. They got some decent radio play out of the 80s new wave explosion that was happening. What I could say about Code Blue's sound, and you got a three-man band, and let me tell you, I am such a fan of three-man groups. They've three-person groups. They've got to work extra hard and be extra good to punch all that sound out and do it well. And Code Blue does it. Now, I'm going to give you a little, this is what I think that their sound tastes, that their sound sounds like. And if that appeals to you, this here is a group to listen to. Code Blue, I say they sound like a mix of Thin Lizzy meets Rick Derringer meets the Plimsouls. Throw them into a blender. Thin Lizzy, Rick Derringer, Plimsouls. Throw them in a blender. Out comes Code Blue. I like their particular brand of music, and it still stands up today as far as I'm concerned. Now, what have we got here on the back? They picked up a lot of radio play back in the day with their songs Whisper Touch, Modern Times, and Hurt. Those first three songs out of off the side one, those had a lot of radio play back in the day, and it deserved it. I hadn't heard these songs in a good, I don't know, man, 15 years or something, and they just sounded wonderful coming off the turntable. I really loved listening to them again. Staying on side one, Face to Face, is a really very nice ballad. Jangly guitars, you got a little bit of that Plimsouls guitar feel. And man, I just imagine listening to that song under a starry sky. Get yourself a nice brew. And enjoy that ballad with a gal. That's a great song. Burning Bridges, also on side one. Burning Bridges is the almost standard reggae sound that most new wave bands that were coming out at that time, they all had to dabble in reggae for some reason. You know, it was everybody was doing it. And it's not really a bad song. It's not a great song, but listen, let me tell you what happens really, really good on that song is the drummer, what's his name here? Let me find him. Sorry, I don't have him. Randall Marsh, my mistake, my bad eyes. Randall Marsh on drums. He gives a very good rendition of Stuart Copeland Police style reggae drumming on that song, which is Burning Bridges. Really, really pleasant drums happening there. Moving on to side two, Where Am I is a really good song. And The Need, penultimate song on the album, The Need really has a great feel of the King Bees and the Romantics. Once again, kind of blended together and pushed out as Code Blue would interpret the Romantics and the King Bee style of rockabilly, rock and roll guitar sound. So I really enjoy that song as well. Really, overall, this is a very good album of 80s new wave that, as far as I'm concerned, still stands up today. It's good stuff. As a matter of fact, just to let you know, it wasn't only my opinion. Here's the album sleeve. Once again, I'm very happy when I'm able to find a used album and I get the original vintage sleeve that was there. It's not torn anywhere, which is really good. No major big beer stains on it or whatever. Here is the flip side of the album, and we've got some great, just various kind of oddity photos, randomness thrown in that the new wavers would give to you back in those days. So it's really a very nice inner sleeve. But what I was going to mention was, you know, hey, don't take my word for it. Warner Brothers jumped on the Code Blue wagon and signed them. So this was a major label picking up what a band that you probably never heard of. But, you know, that doesn't mean they weren't any good. And the only reason why I point that out is to say, hey, these guys were not on a backdoor garage records. Major label picked them up, threw money at them, gave them production and a studio, and let them go to town. And there is a reason, because it was well worth it. Find that album, grab that album. Highly recommended. Thanks for watching. Netjuk Arts. We'll see you next time. Peace. Don't forget, like, subscribe.